just gonna see if I can reduce the volume a little bit. There we go. So, you rejoin us at the start of the next session. I'm fucking streaming, of course, the next session. So, where we left off last time, the party had concluded their ventures to acquire the Druid Heirloom. They had fought Titania, and along the way, found out why Titania was described as a little bit of a bitch, one might say. And they gained a little bit of experience along the way. And currently the party are preparing themselves for a rather treacherous venture into Valfern's forest. But they're taking some time to rest beforehand. Understandable, all things considered. They did just completely plow their way through a very large castle that is built into a tree.
Should have brought some of those shrooms with me. Context. They would have been great for practical jokes. Actually, I don't know. How do they work? I'm guessing they have to be connected.
Yes.
Like a regular
If you pull one of the
Fungus network.
chat rooms out of the ground, you kill it instantly.
Can you not really know? Can you grow them out of the Feywild? But they only grow in the Feywild?
They only grow in the Feywild.
Damn!
Anyway, so you've returned back to the little cabin where you picked up Mado, and Clementine returned back to the guild. And you've taken some time to set up a little camp.
What's this cabin like anyway? We didn't describe the cabin.
Think like a stereotypical cabin in the woods type thing. It's basically think your stereotypical cottagecore thing. It's got small. No, that's literally a thing. Think like small. It's a small garden, little building. The crystal is like in like what is essentially one of the two. What is essentially
Just imagine a bunch of people moshing in a bungalow. Whenever I hear core, I think metal.
Okay. Well, the actual cabin itself is made up of two rooms. A slightly smaller room, where the crystal is, and then what is kind of like an unfurnished living room of sorts. There are various like camping supplies and things like that.
Oh, so it's completely unfurnished.
The actual... mostly unfurnished. There's a bunch of like camping supplies and stuff like that. But the room itself, the actual floor of that part of the cabin is comprised of hardened dirt and stone.
Indoor camping.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting.
And so your group has settled up in here,
Is it
in
cold?
this secondary room. There is a little fire going in the middle of the room, which, rather than your typical reds, oranges, and yellows, is a smorgasbord of different colours, from greens to purples to oranges, all of various different saturations.
I'm gonna poke it with a stick. You know how you do when you're like poking embers to get the fire to
Yeah.
flare up? I want to see if like different colours come out if I poke it.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Some different color flames kind of spark up as you poke at it.
Henna's just sitting there staring at it, fascinated. Just poking it over and over and over again.
And at the moment, both Alice and Letizia are outside of the cabin on guard duty, after seeing the female Fey spirits kind of sizing you up on the way down here, and Tanya not really having granted you full protection from their hostilities. Sure, your name can't be stolen, but that applies for, I think it's just for Penton,
Ha ha ha!
because you've already had your name stolen.
Ah.
So you are exempt from the effects of it temporarily until you leave the Feywild. Basically, once you come back, you will be fully exposed to the effects of it. Once another Fey relearns your name.
But they've all forgotten my name, so I could go back so long as I don't say my name again.
Yes, for the moment.
Okay.
The moment you leave the Feywild, you will no longer be under Titania's protection. So, you're all sitting around the little campfire. And we're Alice and Letitia's players are not currently with us, so that's why I put as not with us today because they're ill or busy. So they are currently on guard duty outside, and that's where I shall leave them for the time being.
This fire is so weird. I'm still poking it.
Nolan looks a little bit confused as to why you're so fascinated by it.
Why is it such? I mean, you're used to it because you've lived here.
Well, of course I fucking lived here. Still, it's a fire.
Fire is oranges and yellows and reds, not greens and purples and blues.
And?
Why? Is it the bark?
Yes.
Oh,
Of
that
course
makes
it's the
sense.
fucking
Of course
bark.
it's the bark.
Of course it's the fucking bark.
I was gonna say, I thought the fire had different properties in the Fey. I don't know anything about the Feywild.
Nolan
Look at me
just...
that way.
Nolan's looking at Sarak and then just face palming. So you're telling me you've never fucking gone to any different plane of existence ever?
Technically we've been there a couple of times accidentally. Through Alec fucking up and through rescuing people and...
Nolan has a flashback to when you guys almost got yourself... Flashback to the story of you guys almost getting yourself trapped in the ethereal plane. And the two
No, we
aliens.
had that under control. That was
Repentant never
completely
learned
under
shadow
control.
step.
What are you
So
talking
he doesn't
about?
move in the shadow plane. So he's never been in the shadow plane either, has he?
He's been in the shadow plane temporarily. And as Luna's... Because I'm assuming Luna hasn't been privy to this story yet.
I'm just poking the fire and it's really colourful and now he thinks I'm an idiot because didn't realise it was the bark that was burning that was making the weird colours.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty fucking bold presumption of you. I didn't call you an idiot, I just called you uncultured.
You thought it.
No, I didn't actually. Although now you've called yourself an idiot, I have the full right to call you one.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's not how it works, is it?
anyway, let me tell you a tale. And Nolan proceeds to basically recount to Luna what he was told about the events of the 2 a.m. assault, the crypt, and Group U's mission to basically...
No, I'm the only one here that was part of any of that.
Basically to exercise
Oh no!
a wraith from... Now, Alec was there as well.
Was Alec there?
Yes. Alec was there
Yes,
because
Alec-
this was
Alec was
post...
there.
Yeah, this was
This is
post...
post-Jasper.
Yeah, this is...
Okay.
What, at
fair
the
enough.
2 a.m. salt thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alec was the main participator.
Yes,
Alec,
you
Alec
were.
was
Exactly.
driving
Sorry, it's been a
force.
long time, okay?
You've forgotten when between...
I have systematically tried to remove it from... I think Penn
I
probably tried to
did
remove it
that.
from his
That was
memory. I
me.
think you are bringing up repressed memories right now.
Well, it's time to unrepress it.
No,
back.
I'm in therapy.
But Nolan basically recounts the whole thing to Luna with a very amused expression on his face. Mado looks absolutely baffled as this was something he's not been privy to yet, and Sarak is just bemused.
Yeah, you made the right decision in the thing when you did.
Fucking sounds like it. What the hell were you thinking?
What you looking at me? Oh, I've been no fucking part of this. I tried to stop it.
Mado is looking at you.
However,
Looking
and he's
at
just gonna
Alec.
stare daggers at Alec.
Me, however.
Alec has got the look on his face that like a cat that's done something really stupid but is proud of it. You know.
You enjoyed your
Like,
main dance, didn't you, Alec?
It was a great time. We had a great time at 2 a.m. with candles and shit.
And nobody died.
And nothing bad happened at all.
Oh,
Za-
oh.
Xanis is scratching his chin as he recalls part of that night seeing two of the town's inhabitants meeting in a back alley. Hey, what do you think they were up to back there anyway?
I don't know, they're probably having an affair or something.
Oh, come on, we missed that! Of all things?
Yeah, we were too busy running across the town to try and save everyone from getting killed.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Wait,
but-
who was having an affair now?
So, Xanis basically relays the details of as him and Penton were sprinting over to the crypt to save the 2 a.m. salt crew,
2 a.m. Soul Crew.
that they caught witness of two of the townsfolk being very sneaky and suspicious and meeting up in an alleyway, but they never got to find out what they were doing because they were too busy sprinting across the town to save your asses.
Big up the NA crew.
Well, I'm going to need to borrow Penton for a minute
Ah,
because I have something I need to ask you about that's kind of private.
okay.
And Xanis is going
And
to
he's
look.
going to take the fire poker he has in his hand and give it to Alec.
Okay.
Keep poking. He's going to get
Okay,
up and
I'll
leave
keep
Xanis.
poking.
Well done, good boy.
And so, Penton and Xanis end up leaving the building and going to a slightly quieter zone where Alice and Letizia cannot overhear the two of them. And Xanis looks at Penton. So, do you remember? I may have mentioned it to you in passing, but I was planning on getting one of those like orcish tattoos when you found your soulmate, and you know they do like this tattooing thing as like I guess the human equivalent to like wedding rings and stuff.
Oh my god, you got it.
Yeah.
Where is it? 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 Show me, show me, show me, show me, show me.
And Xanis turns around and basically lowers the hem of his shorts so you can see where the base of his tail is, and the top half of this double diamond green tattoo.
Benton is going to go a bit red because he was not expecting that to happen. He was expecting like an arm, like a sleeve to be lifted, and something to be on his arm or on his back.
Nope, Xanis is letting you see the base of his tail. So like it's like maybe like an inch or two above where his crack would be. If I were to give people like a relative concept of where like Xanis' tail base of the tattoo is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it took some figuring out, but suffice to say that fur is, if I ever get that fur shaved, it's gonna regrow back that color.
Looks just like a dad's.
What?
Oh, nothing. It looks really good. Yeah, it's stylish. I like it.
Xanis is looking at you with a little bit of, like, a very suspect expression as, wait. What? No, roll that back. What do you mean it Is that why That's why Papa Wolf suggested that, isn't it? Fuck.
Yeah, you would have suggested if it didn't look good. It does look good. It looks good on you.
He doesn't quite take what you say at full face value. He
Have
does.
I ever lied to you, Xanis?
Yes, you would.
But have I ever lied to you?
More than likely.
See, you don't know, which means I probably haven't.
Roll a deception check. Xanis is going to roll insight. Because he's trying to figure out what you meant by it looks very similar to his dad's. Because he's not quite pieced it together yet. Jack of all trades, jack of all trades.
94. Wait, hang on.
Wait, 94?
Oh, I've still got that 10 boost I was checking out earlier on.
Yeah.
I was experimenting to see how far I could get my charisma stat. So it's not 94, it is...
Is your lucky streak turned off as well?
Yes, it is.
Good. Nah, come on. You can do it.
71.
71. Okay, well that beats
You also take a
that beats the
reduction
46.
to your insight anyway.
That beats the 46 that Xanis rolled, which would be whatever. And he's squinting at you as though you've said something. He's trying to figure it out, but it's going to take him a minute to process what you've just said. Okay, well,
See, you can trust me.
hmm,
You do trust me. It's gonna
Yeah,
be an innocent blink.
there is. I know what you're like. I'll figure it out. I might have to ask Papa Wolf about it, but yeah. Best part is me and Uzok got matching ones. So you know.
So where's his? Because I've not seen it, and he barely wears any clothes.
Xanus' face goes very red as he realizes he's just dropped himself in the shit. Well. And Xanus is going to
Oh my god, he's full
indicate.
broadside.
Xanus is going to indicate where it is without saying it out loud because
He's
he's a
just
bit
going to-
embarrassed.
Put two fingers together and then part them. as if to illustrate a stick of some kind.
And at this, Xanus is going to punch you. Swear to fucking god. And it's not a hard punch, but it definitely is enough that you feel it.
But jokes aside,
Mm.
how does it make you feel?
Pretty good, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah. Although there is something else that's been bugging me a little bit.
No, it's fair.
Okay, so you know how Uzok, like we've been told before that the Geomancer and the Geomantic and Druidic sages normally have like an in common between between each one of their generations.
Phantom rolls a 45 on history, so I think I remember this, because I don't remember this.
You definitely remember this. So Penton recalls that each generation of the Druid and Geomancer sages, like each and every single one of those, they have a common race between the two main, like what we call main descendants. So, for example, with Uzok and Sarak, they are both part orc.
Ah.
So, and as Xanus is explaining this, so there's been some conversation, and Xanus looks a little bit lost for how to explain what he's thinking. So
I think I get where you're coming from. I do have one question.
he looks at you.
How can they share a race with someone who's already a dual race? Which side are they sharing here? Or both? Both count?
Well, they're both orcish, because one's orc horsefolk and the other one's orc tiger
Hmm.
folk. So both of the parents would have been doing it with an orc lady or orc man.
So it doesn't matter which particular species?
No.
Okay.
It's-
I get where you're going here.
So we're debating, Uzok and me are debating the idea of, and he just basically seizes up a little bit. But what he's getting at here is that him and Uzok are talking about potentially becoming polyamorous with Sarak. And Xanus is basically repeatedly trying to phrase this and is failing because he doesn't know how to put the words together in his brain. Yeah. He's having trouble pronouncing it.
Polly?
No. I'm just gonna stop trying. But
Okay.
we're there's been
Well-
conversation about it, and, well... No, you have more information on this than I probably do.
You should know by this point that I am not the person to come to when it comes to relationships, especially establishing stable and good ones. I'm not the person to come to for advice, but I support any decision you make.
Well, I can't...
And if it makes you happy, if it's something you want to do, then go for it.
Yeah, because I can't ask Alec. because I don't think like him and Aurelius are kind of a pairing, and I'm not sure if he would take it as maturely. I can't ask Alice because her track record is Xano realizes what he's saying partway through and trails off.
A little decapitated.
I can't ask Kay because, well, she's not quite settled with anybody yet, but from what I've been told, from what she's told me she's been up to,
That's right, Rasta.
yeah. Letizia, I don't know well enough yet. I don't want to ask Luna because I don't think that's something she's quite interested in, at least in terms of. I don't think she's had experience with that, from what I know.
Do you think it would be a good idea? In
And
yourself, in your heart,
Xanos just goes a little quiet and just slowly nods.
do you see any issue with it?
No.
Do you love your man? And do you think it will come between you?
No.
Does he think it will come between you? Have you
No.
spoken to him about it?
Yeah.
Then why not?
We've had the full conversation, I just wanted a second opinion.
Then why not? You're grown now, Xanos. You can do what you like, and if it makes you happy, then do it. By the way, it's a good point, actually. I don't know how you feel about me calling you things like, because I still call you a kid and stuff like that. It's more like a pet name sort of thing, but I don't know if you're actually comfortable with that at this point.
Xanos shrugs.
You've grown up a lot, you've changed a lot, you're not a little kid anymore.
Yeah, Xanos shrugs. I mean, it's endearing. It doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
If you treat me like a kid, then I'm gonna stab you in the fucking shins. But
Noted.
never mind. Right.
Well, I'm proud of you, kid.
Well,
It's gonna ruffle his hair.
and Xanos is gonna seem rather pleased for readjusting his belt buckle. Now, before Alec probably sets the place on fire, or actually no, more likely going to be Yuzok kicking it out of curiosity. His interest in science is maybe one of the most concerning things I've ever seen.
Interest in science?
I think it's mainly an excuse that he's come up with
I think
because
it's
he's
talking to
heard.
Kazaroth.
I think it's either because he's been talking to Kazaroth or he's overheard my dad say it enough times. When Papa Fox turns around to Papa Wolf and says, "No, there's a bad idea," and then Papa Wolf decides to go and try it out anyway because it's in the name of science. I think Yuzok's picked that up.
Ah.
Yeah. And so the two return back inside the building, where nothing has changed too much, but Yuzok is Alec is currently being loomed over by Yuzok, who is staring intently at the fire poker.
It's pretty, innit?
Yeah.
Pretty colours.
I'm gonna kick it.
No,
Why?
because you'll set the cabin on fire.
But science demands it.
Just because we have water magic doesn't mean we should use it.
Oh.
And we have no fire.
I mean, I could put out any fire with like water 4, but it could also destroy the cabin.
Yeah, it's also cold in here, and I like the nice campfire.
Yeah. Feywild nighttime is a bit rough.
What does the sky look like? This out of character. Does it look just like regular, like black with stars, or because
It's a color. It's a color negative. Like normally the sky is like lots of like warm, comfortable pastel colors.
color negative? It's just white.
Currently, it's like a more of an inversion. So it's darker, more gloomier colors.
Luna, no. No, you could not.
Always I can.
I could probably cause
Maybe if you like both do tsunamis from
Right.
other ends of the room, then they'll cancel each other out. It's not
No,
how
I
that
didn't
works,
put
but it is science.
Did I take World Wave?
Did I do Kaiser?
I did take World Wave. I could cause a tsunami, like an actual tsunami. with
I like
World
this cabin
Wave.
and I would like it to remain standing.
Would you like a 30 feet high wave of water?
Probably not. For the love of fucking God, no. Please don't.
I'm joking. Come on. I'm not
And
gonna do it.
Nolan is like reaching towards his fan as if he's preparing to throw the thing at your hand to stop you casting the spell.
Nolan, I'm not gonna fucking drown us.
Well, it wouldn't be the
For
first
real.
fucking time that you've come up with an interesting idea.
80 on sleight of hand to subtly take the fire poker back. With no one being able to notice.
What would I have to roll? Or is it just passive perception?
I'm gonna say
It's
that
only a
it
matter
would
of
be
time
passive
before you got
perception.
the strength.
The only
stuff
pass-
against you.
The only person
I-
that notices the movement of this very specific movement is Luna with her 90 passive perception.
But scooting up to him.
So am I just poking the fire with my hand now? Just
No,
like-
you are
You did not notice.
you're like making the thrusting motions with your hand, as if the fire poker were there.
Something suddenly smells like chicken.
Shut the fuck up. But
Alec, you might want to have a look at your hand.
What? Oh. Where did I put it? Oh.
Luna looks directly at Penton with the
Floating
face of
fire.
estimate, just shaking
Oh.
her head at Penton.
that's really funny.
It's back in the hands of the responsible adult.
Yeah, my
I wouldn't-
hands. As
Cool.
Xanis has the fire poker in
It's
his
also
hand.
sticking his hand in the fire when I realised.
So, I'm gonna make a percentile roll here. So, Penton,
That's
you are
cool,
fortunate enough that you don't stick your hand straight in. You don't stick your hand in the fire long enough for it to damage you or harm you in any way. You get a mild tingling sensation.
What does it smell like? Not my hand in the fire, I mean the actual fire, because it's like fey wood.
It smells.
I imagine it smells really sweet.
It smells kind of fruity.
Ooh.
Like, you could picture this as, like... Oh, I'm trying to think of a comparison. You know, like, when you get, like, when you open, like, a bag of, like, the gummy sweets, and they're, like, really nice smelling. Kind of like that. It's very, like, fruity.
I want to eat the fire.
No, don't do that.
It smells nice.
No.
It smells
What's your
good.
intelligence?
Huh?
Alec, what's your intelligence?
High enough.
High enough to not want to eat fire.
Well, there's a difference between intelligence and using it.
Stupidity.
But, no. You end
I
up,
think that's wisdom.
yeah. Intelligence is being smart, wisdom is the common sense. But no, the cabin smells quite pleasant. Like a mixture of like different fruits and like freshly cut wood.
Question.
Yes.
My illusions, especially if they're room ones, are basically real, aren't they? If I make illusory food, can I taste it?
No.
No?
No.
No, what's going on?
If he makes illusory food, can I taste it?
No.
I can
You would
convince that
basically-
you can taste it.
Like the only way that you would be able to do that would be via a type of summoning spell. However, you do not currently have a summoner or anybody spec into summoning unless you want to convince Luna or Usopp to summon summon Nature's Ally and set the thing on fire immediately. But I don't think I will.
Don't I have Mount? I have Mount, don't I?
No.
Which will just
I do have Mount.
it will
Don't do
not
that.
produce chicken. It will not give you
God,
chocolate.
no!
So if I summon a yellow chocobo, we can't
Juniper and then just hunt
like-
it down with a spear.
Does it just disappear if I kill it?
Yes, it will
Yes.
disappear.
Ah. Can you milk it? No, wait.
What the
What
fuck?
the fuck?
Can you? Does it lay eggs?
Clip it,
Eggs.
clip it,
what you
clip
get.
it.
Can you milk a bird? I don't know.
You can't.
Can you, Alex?
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Have you tried? Sounds like you're speaking from experience here, Alex.
What the fuck? Aurora's
Do we,
like,
do we need to throw water at people to cool their fucking heads?
Aurora's is just looking at Alec like, do you need help? And Mado
Hang on.
reaches into his bag and does in fact pull out a large bag of marshmallows
Yeah!
with
I'm an
these
adult.
like semi-long metallic skewers. Well, I know it's been a while since I've been hanging around, but I thought I'd bring some snacks.
Awesome.
And so we have some marshmallows and skewers. Yeah. And you're roasting them over the fire. And they're like multiple different flavors.
I think everyone can roll the D20 to see if they burn the marshmallow or not.
I mean, we can do that,
I rolled a
Dang
15.
you.
but I suck.
Golden
I-
brown.
Okay.
Alec, do you burn your marshmallow?
Do I roll a cooking check or something?
Actually, yeah, good point. Check what that be.
I mean, I know none of you have proficiency in chef's utensils, so we'll just say it's a D20. D20. If you roll a 15 or above, it's golden brown, like the perfect marshmallow. If you roll between 10 and 15, it's like average.
Playing Cooking Mama now, that's...
And then if you
Natural 20, I'm not kidding.
Holy shit!
hell yes, Alex marshmallow is like radiant. It's perfect. Like it's put a little bit of the flame on it. And it's like-
not rolling Slayer hand to steal Alex marshmallow.
No,
No, you.
You are
I
being-
will kill you. I will
your
kill you
hand-
right now.
your hand is slapped down by Nolan immediately upon you trying to do that, as he sees what you're trying to do, and immediately denies you.
Bitch, I will tsunami this entire place right now.
I will drown you for stealing my
I
marshmallows.
will, I will
What
drown
fucking
all
valid.
of us.
Kills men for less.
Oh dear. So, as you're consuming your marshmallows, Mado pipes up. So, I recently found out something kind of interesting.
Ooh.
That's it?
Well, kinda. So,
That's the cost of like time for your as the DM can seem to.
yeah. Antona's like Ghost Queen pose like ready for this. So, the guild master decided to invite me to challenge Baruga for basically because we've not got a wind crystal era anymore. I thought I'd take up the mantle, you know. And I kind of did it, but I've been told that the power had to be split down. But unfortunately, I'm not exactly magically talented. And Mado is going to pull out a piece of paper that has a sketch of the emblem that is now on his body somewhere. After he acquired his one half of the Wind Crystal's power, and it's I can only describe as like a pair of feathered wings that are crossed over by what looks like a tornado, like a big spiral of wind in the center with a pair of wings off the sides of it. My cat breathes. Sorry.
Every time.
So yeah, that's now a thing I've got.
Ooh.
Penton. You said you wanted to ask Kay something.
Is Kay here?
Yes, you're all in the
Okay,
room.
here.
The only people not in this room are Alice and Letizia.
Probably things to not say out loud.
If you want, you can ask her through the telepathy phone.
Yes.
However, it will only you will have to manually disconnect. You have to disconnect everybody apart from K for the moment.
One can just hear a dial tone, one after the other, as if I've hung up on them. People tell when you've disconnected.
Well, this is like the moment that Penton finds out people have him disconnected generally.
That's fair. I do have some pretty depraved thoughts.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Penton doesn't occasionally / intentionally let the questionable thought into the fucking.
I imagine Penton makes some very inappropriate jokes through the telepathy.
In main chat.
Take it to DMs.
Yeah.
Okay, so no. Nobody notices that you've disconnected them from your telepathy stone for the moment. As you basically trace your finger across the stone whilst it's in your pocket.
Hello.
Okay, you see across the room Kay's eyebrow raise a bit, and she's toasting a marshmallow. Why are you talking to me through this?
Because I already walked out with Xanis once to have a private conversation, and I wanted to go through this. So
You see
it looks
Kay
weird
stay-
if I sit down, go out, come back, sit down, and go out with a different person.
You see Kay grinning as you mention the private conversation between you and Xanis. So, he's told you, huh?
What do you mean he's told me?
It's on his butt!
It is. It's on his butt.
And for everybody else that's not... For the rest of the group, you just see Kay smiling at her marshmallow a little vindictively.
To be fair though, it looks really cool.
I mean, it's the same one that the Guildmaster has.
Yes, it is. It looks pretty cool.
And Kay, for a moment, Kay looks up from the marshmallow and just gives Penton a very evil smile. Which is really weird to everybody else, because she's just smiling at Penton evilly whilst spinning the marshmallow around slowly as though she... I guess for external context, it looks like she's taunting him with the fact his marshmallow was worse than hers. Like the most petty bullshit you've ever seen.
So during that conversation, it was mentioned that your experience was brought up as whether or not you're someone I could come to about that.
Kay's eyebrow raises.
And I just realised I never asked you. Who did you actually choose in the end?
Well...
And you had a very smug, sly expression on your face for quite a while afterwards.
Well... Let's just say that when I went to Rabbit Hovel, I was introduced to 4 people. 3 guys.
4? Ow.
3 guys. So that,
Okay.
because that's what most of the noble ladies back on Calaris, they would have a man,
Mm-hmm.
and well, she ponders for a moment her words. As you could think of it, Alec carries a scimitar, Alice used to carry a buster sword, Letizia carries a rapier.
Okay.
A different weapon is more appropriate for certain people.
I mean, you don't have
If
to
you
dumb
want-
it down for me.
No, I'm more trying to think of a way to politely phrase this.
In a way that won't get me sniggering. Yeah, okay, I understand.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure nobody else noticed that you've dropped everybody else out of the telepathy except me.
Yeah.
So,
Even them bitches on red.
and she snorts a little bit, and she nearly drops the marshmallow before she pulls it away from the fire and pushes the marshmallow. So, yeah, I then encountered a woman. She was quite nice.
Okay.
And then there was another woman, this rabbit lady called Brythia, who let herself into the room.
What?
And so, I recognized who this was.
Now, trying his hardest not to, but his mouth is quite agape right now. So he's trying to like pretend that it's him just savoring his marshmallow, but his mouth is wide open. Penton is surprised Pikachu right now.
You don't say. You don't say.
Gotta be quicker on that.
Yeah, it's because my mouse is dragging. And Kay continues. Well, let's just say that I now have a person who is permanently indebted to me, unless she wants to be sent to the Karos jails.
My god.
She's stuck in a deal with me, where she will handle some of the the dirty work of a lady, or the dirty work of something that is below that of a lady like I.
You bad bitch. I'm so proud of you.
And Kay has the biggest smirk, like sly, snarky smile on her face. Anyway, reconnecting. And she reconnects everybody else to the telepathy once more. And nobody notices. Which is fucking weird, because I just rolled 3 twice to see if it would make a ping noise. Everybody's got it on Do Not Disturb. And so the flames start dulling down a little bit. So, of all things, Sarek decides to get his fat to fully open Ancestral Blossom, his wall fan, and start very gently fanning the flames. Whilst Xanis looks at the fire, fascinated, and is poking it repeatedly.
Continue.
So what's he... Have you guys heard about what happened to the Feywild? And Kay pipes up after... This would be about after, like, maybe 3-4 minutes of just watching flames flicker. And she is looking around at everybody in this room.
Sorry, what? Staring at the fire. What did you say?
Do you guys know what happened to the Feywild?
Uh,
I think Lucas had mentioned it once or twice, but I wasn't really listening, so shoot.
I don't think it's exactly an appropriate time to get out my bow, but... And she gives Penton a very, very snarky smile as she sasses him.
Do you think you could hit me?
So, basically, you notice how Titania wasn't really that difficult when we fought her, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's because she's a lot weaker at the moment. As you see, and she gets out, like, a twig and starts drawing in the softer parts of the dirt.
And
Drawing...
because Luna sort of bitch slapped her.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you've got a woman who's as talented with a bow as Luna, you kind of just... You just perish.
Luna smiles.
And Kay continues. So, and she's drawing these rings in the dirt. And what she's basically drawn is the planar wheel. I'm going to see if I have the current version for. I may not. I don't remember. Watch me not have it. But she's drawn essentially the planar wheel in the whole What the fuck is it? I've lost that.
Have we had any of the stuff actually explained to us yet?
What, in major detail?
Yeah.
Not massively. You've had enough explained to you that it makes sense, but because you've not gone actively searching for this information, you are missing chunks of details that may have given you a better understanding of what's happening around you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's like a lot of the very specific information you are completely missing, just because you've not found it or read through, like, I don't know, fucking historical details or whatever. So she draws the full planar wheel, And I can't find the fucking last copy of it I had, so... Because it's in my downloads, isn't it? I have to screenshot it. I can't be asked. I'll post it later. As I proceed to look up the word wheel. That is... place. Where? So, basically, as she's describing it, essentially what happened was that the people from Karos and Tempiel, and I think Gladden was involved. Oh, I think I found it. Oh, no, that's the oldest one. So, basically, all of the people from these areas, I suppose, is that they broke into the Feywild using some, I found it.
Yay!
I found it. It's because I sent it to Ash. I've sent it to Luna last. There we go.
Oh yeah, of course you did.
It's like the most recent up-to-date version of it. This was like ages ago. So this is what she's roughly drawn. So they broke into the Feywild, and what we now call the Abyssal Depths, where the Lilian Beast is, you know, the big fucking scary expanse of nothingness that's underneath, that's below the underworld? Well, the very depths of that became its own plane after Tempiel essentially brought Magitech into the Feywild, and half the Feywild disappeared in the span of an evening.
That makes sense. That's some pretty powerful stuff.
Which is why Titania is now living inside a giant tree instead of what used to be this what was essentially this like massive forest of mushrooms that had been interwoven and built together to make this massive palace.
Oh god, it would have been even louder.
Yeah, she likes to sing, but that's why we're probably going to have a much harder time with Valthern and the Satyrs as a result of that, because the bit that we're sitting in now is Valthern's forest. Even this cabin is strangely built in one of the safer zones of the forest. And she seems to contemplate her words for a moment, as if she's trying to figure out
Are we actually safe?
why
The cabin's even here.
the cabin's even, like, why the cabin's here in the first place.
Ooh.
Which makes sense to some degree, but why it's not in a more middled area, why you are basically on the outskirts of Valfern's forest and not in the neutral zones. Because there's like how do I describe it to you? Think like, you know, you've got when you're eating an apple, right? You never eat the core, like you cut around the core. Technically.
I have some friends that straight up just eat the entire thing.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
I
Okay.
know.
I'll think of a... Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. So there's like think like for our planet, you've got the equator, right? That
Yeah.
ring in the middle that's like extra warm. Well, the Feywild has an equivalent of that, where basically you can do anything in relative safety. The female and male Fey spirits don't really have much influence or accessibility to this hypothetical equator.
Because that's where the two meet,
Yes.
and they're repelled from each other.
They
so
are.
that creates a natural buffer
Yeah.
zone.
There is basically a naturally existing buffer zone between the genders, or sexes, whichever one.
So what you're saying is
whichever one
there's
you
places I
deem
can
more
stand that
appropriate.
get gocked at by both at the same time.
No.
I said gocked at.
No, because they wouldn't be looking at each other. They wouldn't want to look at each other.
Well, I'd be in the way, so they wouldn't be looking at each other.
You can certainly try, but watch your ego get flattened immediately. But no, unfortunately, you could not live out your bisexual fantasies of standing in the middle and being gawked at by both sides of the male and female spirits,
Drat.
because they see each other and immediately run the other direction. So while Kay's trying to figure out why this cabin is in the outskirts or quieter parts of Valfern's forest instead of in this buffer zone, she basically continues to recount some of the information she's understood, is that basically you had a much, much easier time.
You saying that out loud?
No,
Okay.
that's why it's in the chat. Tip. So, basically, what is now the Abyssal Depths used to be the Feywild, like Titania's half of it, so it would explain why she was far easier to put 6 foot under, metaphorically speaking. Well, I don't want to bore you any further with more history lessons, but there is going to be one problem that we're going to have. So, during our battle with Titania, we had some distractions, and she's going to look at Alec with an amused smile on her face, because Alec was the one who suffered the most from
Oh, I hope you wouldn't bring this up. Oh no.
Aurelius is just kind of chuckling at your expense.
Well, Aurelius had the same thing though.
Yeah. But you were the one. Alec was the one who got to the deep, what I'm gonna call the deepest effects.
Oh,
Of
because
that
I rolled
work.
6 on the
Yeah.
D100.
Because you rolled that low.
Yeah.
So, basically, Titania and Valfern, if you get close enough to them, it makes your body react, because they are their respective sides of gods of fertility, and and she does a little chest jiggle as though she's implying some saucy events occurring. So we didn't have too much of an issue with Titania around that, because there are a fair few of our adventuring group that are purely attracted to one side, and she proceeds to look directly at fucking Norlin.
No.
Yep, looks directly at
Oh,
Norlin, directly at Uzok,
Norlin.
and directly at Mado. And then some of us who are just not attracted to, who are just not, in that boat. And she very politely glances over at Luna, and then Kay scratched the back of her head, which unfortunately, I guess I didn't pick the best time to decide whether or not I wanted to reconsider things, because, I definitely suffered the effects of that.
I don't really feel like it's going to be a case of whether you've discovered it or not. I'm pretty sure it's just a latent thing. If anything, it probably would have helped you discover if you hadn't already.
I mean, I guess, but, well... And she trails off for a second.
Seems like a skill issue.
And that gets an eruption of laughter from everybody else in this room. And you get a very hearty pat on the back from Mado. Oh, you are just an absolute fucking treat, Luna. And he gives your shoulder a very firm pat, he's giving some, like, the closest thing he can give to a hug without making you feel uncomfortable, as he's aware that you are Ace. So he's doing the next best thing.
Hugs are hugs.
he's not quite sure as to what the boundary is. So
I hug.
he looks a little confused for a minute before reciprocating.
Aww.
You sharp.
He's just a big softy.
And so I hydraulic torrented Benton out of his cabin. Anyway, I'm joking. I
So-
did not do that.
Mado is going to very respectfully stand up, walk over to Penton,
Putting a fade.
and before you are able to get the second syllable of that out,
I mean second syllable.
mislead. There are 2 syllables to that word.
I don't have to say it. I can do it in my mind.
Okay, Mr. Fancy
I control
Pants.
how fast I say
He fucking grabs you before you move.
it.
Please make a contest of strength.
No.
He's hugging you. Aww.
Yes, a bear hug. I'm finna die.
What is your total
Rest
strength score?
in peace.
13.
Okay, well, you have no chance of escaping as he rolls a 39.
Wait.
39, 38. He
Wait.
rolls a 38
That's
as he picks you up and crushes the life out of you. He hugs you that strong. Unfortunately for you, that does mean that you are basically being pushed up against a fucking washboard of muscled bear. And the
Unfortunately.
because the unfortunate part of that is how Mado's shoulder pads are shaped, which means that both sides of your head are about 2 inches away from pointed metallic spike.
going to choose to disbelieve Mado.
Bro.
He'll still be there. He just won't be holding me anymore. He won't be able to hold me.
What's the save for this?
Oh god, that's the thing. What's it called?
Are you looking for the capstone of your illusionist ability?
Oh yeah, it might be as an ability, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay.
I do believe it's bend reality.
Can't save PC plus illusionist prism modifier.
What is your charisma modifier right now?
Prism modifier right now.
Mhm.
Oh, it's only 24. Yeah,
So
it's gonna
44.
save. Yeah.
That is a 85 total.
Okay. I still believe.
You attempt to disbelieve Mado, and he takes exception to that, and proceeds to basically. He turns around to Nolan and shouts, "Oi, Rabbit Man, catch!" and proceeds to throw you at Nolan.
He's
Like
gonna
he's
move out the way.
like he's throwing a log.
He's gonna move out the way.
And Nolan proceeds to catch you, and basically, like, the way you land, you are basically sat down, not in his lap, but like, you know when you cross your legs and there's like that gap in the middle? You are forced to sit down there, and you are just squished.
I'm in the
Oh
naughty chair.
no.
And you are prevented from doing whatever whatever sussy business you're doing. And if at any if at any point you choose to try and escape this, your strength DC to hit is 34.
To hit. Oh, to
Strength.
To reach.
As Nolan rolled a nat 20 so nat 20 plus his strength modifier. So if you choose to try and contest this at any point, good luck beating that 34.
Okay.
I know damn well you can't hit that.
I feel like I want to leave this position. I feel like I'll come out on top here.
No, you don't. You are being denied
I
your
have a big
freedom.
strong man holding me very tightly right now.
That's true.
It's not a comfortable hold. You are being, like,
Not with
squished.
that attitude, it's not.
Well, that's unfortunate. You were Nolan is intentionally making this as uncomfortable for you as possible, knowing damn well that's the mindset you would have going into this.
It's like doing that thing, you know, where, like, you give someone a handshake and then they just sort of, like, pop their knuckles?
Yeah,
It's like that sort of thing.
he's doing something semi-equivalent to that. He is basically tapping Does he have hooves? I forget. This is... No, he's a Bovian. Bovian, does he have hooves? I forget. But, no, yeah, I think he has hooves. He has hooves. If he doesn't, then I'm fucking stupid. No, that's... You know what, fuck it. He's basically making this really annoying clicking noise in your ear every few minutes. Just enough, just long enough and just loud enough that you can hear it, but not loud enough or consistent enough to annoy anybody else in this room. And he's doing it right into your ears. Especially the ear with your piercings in it, which is the slightly more sensitive of the two. So you just hear this...
Ah! Ah!
made-
Stop, I'll do anything!
Aww. That's what you get for mocking me and Luna. And Mado is going to go to high five Luna.
I high five.
And there is a very loud clap sound as the two high five each other. Now then, you were saying, Kay? Yes, as I was saying, we don't have much of a problem with Titania because there is a lot of us that are more leaning towards one side. However, only one of us really has any sort of safe zone against Valfern's aura. And Kay looks at Luna. Only you have any sort of safety against this man. The rest of us, and Kay looks around the room, the rest of us are about to get rizzed up by a massive satyr.
Oh no!
Luna, it's just you. Only you can save her. It's all on you now. Okay.
And Xanis, almost like he's at school, Xanis puts his hand up. You realize you don't have to do that, right? But I want it. Okay. Xanis? I fail to see how this is a problem.
Oh my god.
I agree.
You
I'm just going to
can't
attempt
do
to
it.
raise his hand.
You are denied. And Yuzok just looks at Xanis, looks at Kay. I am so sorry for him. Thank you.
I'm proud of him.
And Sarek is quietly purring away as he's as Xanis has now just noticed that the fire poker that he did have in his hand is no longer in his hand. As during the whole back and forth of Penton being put in naughty jail, in the naughty man jail, that sounds even worse.
I could easily get out of this, but
You're choosing not to. I'm not fucking dumb.
because I'm pretty sure the fire is the only actual light source in the room right now.
Kind of.
There's no lamps, as far as I'm aware.
Kay has something attached to one of the she still has the fucking torchlight pebble.
I have numerous ways to get out of this, but what I was planning on doing is putting the fire out and then just blinking away. And Shadow Step. Shadow Step? Not Shadow Step. It's whatever it is.
Your problem there would be the fact that this is fairy fire. This campfire.
Okay.
So basically everything that is in this room would be outlined
Then
in
I
a pale
disbelieve
glow.
Then I just disbelieve the fire.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to try that, but anyway.
No, because everyone's enjoying the fire. I'm not going to put it out. I have changed. I have grown as a person. I'm not that much of a dick. I'm a menace,
X'd out.
not a dick.
Oh. Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm not saying this out loud. You don't get to weigh in.
Okay.
But we're all gonna think it.
Think what you like.
I'd think of many things.
I know.
I think of food.
Understandable. So as a little bit of time passes, you guys manage to get a little bit of rest in, and there's some general conversation about like what happened with the heirloom and getting to witness getting to meet Tanya, which there is some quiet simping in the corner between a couple of people. Names will not be named, but you know who you are.
Wasn't me. I wasn't affected by it. I
Yeah,
made my
fucking
save. I chose to not be affected by it.
Anyway, so Xanis, upon the light returning, looks over at the rest of the party who are in this room, as Alice and Letizia have returned back in from guard duty, as it's now the next day, and he's scratching his chin. I suppose we should get moving, because well, actually, maybe not a good idea. Because, do we have any idea of what these, satyrs are like? Or are we just gonna have to hope and pray? Actually... Oh. I hear rolling.
You do, because I'm making a history check. For 52, to remember anything that Lupus may have told me about satyrs.
Well...
Anything appropriate Lupus may have told me about satyrs.
Good question. I like the reaffirmation of the second half of that. You do recall that the satyrs themselves are not aggressive until they are provoked. So you could, in theory, just walk straight through this place without a problem.
Do I also know what sort of things would provoke them?
Well...
If they say, I don't know, being within 10 feet of it.
No. They can be provoked if they spot a person they find highly attractive, or
Oh no, you're fucked, Alec.
their territory is invaded, or the big one is if...
What was the second thing? Something about invaded?
If you invade their their safe spaces.
Are they marked out in any way?
Kind of. It's... You'll know it when you encounter it. And the third one, and one of the ones that you recall the most vividly, is that they tend to be very much provoked by less than modest outfitting. So if they see a lot of exposed flesh, then that can trigger them off a little bit. It's fucking brilliant note-taking. But essentially something that would provoke them in a manner of where the male Fey spirits, unlike some male humans, do fully believe in the idea of consent. However, the problem with that is that they anger quite easily when their territory is invaded by people, specifically those that are not native to the Feywild. So if they feel threatened, they will proceed to immediately retaliate, by which they mean driving out their territory. The problem being is that you are about to go straight in to probably the most dense overlap of satyr territory that any of the planes in this wheel have ever seen. Essentially, you take one step in the wrong direction, and you may or may not be encountering about 15 different satyr men at once trying to fight you, F you, in all of its glory, and throw you out of their territory. So some FFT action. Or actually no, FFY. Fight and yeet. Don't know why I'm centering myself, but I feel like I am tickling the borderlines of TOS.
I can make it some illusory winter clothing, so we are very not alluring.
And it resolves one problem. Xanis is...
Penton.
Xanis is gonna look at Penton.
Who wants to dress up like an Eskimo?
Button.
Button?
Button.
Button.
And and Xanis pokes a finger aggressively at your chest.
Your
Buttons.
shirt.
No.
And Xanis is going to...
This button has never been done up before, sir. I don't intend to start today.
I will twist until you wish that... I will twist until it rips off. Buttons. And, I'd like you...
It's going to do the buttons up on his waistcoat. Why is this now?
Yes. And
He feels very unnatural.
He rolls a 40 on intimidation. And there is something about this, that there's a little flash for a moment in your mind. He really is like his dad's. Because that's something that that's the same level of, like, firmness and aggressiveness that you would expect. The firmness from Ziffy, and the borderline hostility from Lupus. And it kind of shines through for a minute, and then there's a little bit of something extra there, like there's a little bit of additional measure.
Spice.
Yeah. Like you can see the elements of both of his dads in him. But-
he's still his own person.
Yeah, it is a completely unique element, which is weird because you're being insulted by somebody who has literally been asking your advice on polyamory not a few hours ago. So, would you guys like to start Cha-Cha sliding through the Feywild? Specifically through Valfern's forest.
Sure.
Hopefully. It does
Cha-cha
not,
slide.
hopefully it does not completely obliterate
But
Alex's laptop.
Oh no.
So,
Let me just
Can I
close
use seaming?
tab.
so
There we go.
I would like to let you guys know
Actually, out of character, is there any point in me using this, or is it just going to be...
using what?
Seaming. To give
no.
us illusory extra clothes.
There would
Be
not
less
be any,
alluring.
there would not be any point in this,
Okay,
as unless you literally make yourselves look like satyrs
I can do that.
and act like it.
Maybe not that.
Only one of you is realistically capable of passing that, because only one of your party is a satyr born. The rest of you would stand out like sore thumbs. This is going to raise the question of, wait, who's a satyr born? And I am not going to give an answer to it.
hi, Nolan.
Somebody
No,
remember.
it's obvious. It's obviously me, guys. Actually, it's me. No.
So, I would like to let you know that regardless of whether you kill, you don't have to kill all of the monsters in this dungeon. Dungeon in loose air quotes here. You do not have to kill every monster that is here, but you will be granted the full EXP value of the monsters in this dungeon, regardless of whether you kill them or not.
How does Valfern feel about us killing satyrs?
Probably doesn't give a fuck, to be fair.
Do you not have like a special bond with them in some way?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it doesn't give a fuck.
He genuinely just does not
Single swim,
really
bitch.
care. It is literally a case of sink or swim. That's why most of the I guess the higher ranking satyrs, like your archers, are scar covered because they have lived long enough to survive and survive through enough. So, I'm going to transfer people across to the next one.
I will be praying.
Fingers crossed. Lots of eyes.
Oh.
What
Ah.
side are we in? Oh, this is quite large.
Bottom right.
I can tell you one thing for certain: you did not put the walls on.
No, I didn't. Because you are currently in a forest, and all of the actual trees are spaced far enough apart, And some of them are translucent in color. Some of them are not. It's like a weird glass-like trees. And you can, in fact, see some of the creatures that inhabit this area through this network of plants.
So can we
Oh, yeah,
go
just in case
through
it's not
these
obvious,
walls?
I'm turn my telepathy back on for everybody.
You can see through them, but you are not going to be able to move through them unless you are capable of essentially transporting yourself through solid material.
Oh my god, my browser crashed.
Well, it should be update on token drop. Let me double check.
Yeah,
There it is. Update.
It crashed when I dropped my token.
Yeah,
So.
it didn't update when token drop.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I want one.
That's why it wasn't set up properly. My apologies.
Definitely think about using Dominate Monster.
So, for the sake of this, I will need initiative scores.
Yippee. My initiative bonus is plus 69.
Nice.
Mine at the moment is plus 54. I rolled a 3. That's 50.
Oh shit, yeah, I need to make sure I turn on a favorite terrain for Sarek and Yuzok.
77.
Come on, big
My
number.
nope. Right now? No, I'm not.
I have already pre-rolled for everybody else, because I did it. I also remembered today that the rand between function exists, so it just rolls the number for me, provided I give it the middle ground. So I could have made rolling out for full session so much easier. Fucking goddammit.
Womp womp.
Penton, what'd you roll?
77.
Okay. Luna
57.
and Alec.
76.
76.
Oh!
It is.
I rolled low.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm reading fucking armor class.
Thank you.
It's not 77.
So is it?
It's like fucking.
It's 35 less, so 40. So 45. Wait, does that mean you rolled that 20?
No, I rolled 17.
17 plus 25, 30, 40, 42. I think. 32. 42?
42.
42. Okay, from Z to A, and then change width. Pay attention to which zone is set up,
I
because
have to use my Switch Fates already.
Letizia gonna love you for that when she realizes you have it. Penta, please take my fucking 132 initiative bonus. So,
I will certainly take that, because I want to test something out on this thing.
I mean, if you want to use your reaction to do that, you're more than welcome to. Because you guys are not technically in combat yet.
I do want to do that.
Okay, so 132. Letizia's initiative is now 42. Set to A again. Z to A.
Can we see the thing that's on
Yes.
the map right now? I
So
want a dinosaur.
through the shrubbery to the west of you, you can see a creature, and Xanis immediately grimaces upon seeing this thing, as it's uncomfortably familiar to him.
Hmm?
And through the telepathy phone, he describes in vivid detail that this thing is a T-Rexor. How does he know what this thing is? Simple. It's because it's the same creature that he watched eat up Jasper's remains.
Okay, I don't want
Back
a pet
in the
dinosaur
forest.
anymore.
Because this is the thing that he was having to try and... This was the thing that he was trying to fight to stop it from stealing what was left of... From basically eating the completely immobilized and paralyzed form of Jasper. Thus why Jasper is only a book now. Unfortunately.
That's such a weird way of putting it.
Well, how was he supposed to describe that?
It ate him, so he became a book.
It ate him, his soul is now just... Like, the only part of him that's left is his soul in a book.
Wait, what?
You've missed a lot of details. Anyway,
Okay, I'm curious. But I'll ask that later.
yeah, it's been in discussion for a while.
I don't discuss things.
Well, you should be paying more attention then, shouldn't you?
I'll stab the thing to death instead.
So, big dinosaur, you are welcome to acquire dinosaur, if you so wish. Xanis does mention that he's kind of dealt with his issues around that.
Are you sure?
He just looks at you with a judgmental, would I have said it if I wasn't?
Okay. I want to upset you, that's all.
And
You consider
over the telepathy phone, everybody hears Xanis called Penton a dumbass.
Dumbass, but fucking dinosaur.
Oh yeah? Do it.
I'll
Yeah.
try. It might be mindless.
Okay. If you would like to, go for it.
Okay, so I'll start by lucky streaking. And then I will... I should probably ask... It's not... Well, we're in combat now. I was going to say I can ask Alec for some...
You are not in combat.
No?
Nope. I just wanted your
It's
initiative.
a round
skills.
action. If I got Greater Quicken, would that mean that it would...
It would
Get
it would
round of
consume the whole of Greater Quicken. The problem is that Alec's Greater Quicken is also a round spell.
Fuck! Okay, I'm gonna hope that I've got enough for this.
You could just twin cast it with yourself,
I could!
using Momentary Phantom.
I could! Okay, I'm gonna lucky streak, and then I'm going to twin cast with myself, use Momentary Phantom, Dominate Monster.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say twink cast from in there, and I was like, okay, Penton, don't out yourself too hard.
No, I can't say that, otherwise the Satyrs will send on me.
The satyrs will just fucking swarm. Like fucking piranhas. Can you remove the MP from your list, please?
Oh yeah.
So it's 18 plus whatever Momentary Phantom's MP cost is, which I believe is 9. Momentary Phantom...
So 90. So 108.
Let me look.
109.
Let me look.
108.
What's the cost?
No.
It is 90. So it's 108 MP total because it's
Worth it. It's worth it. I now have a dinosaur.
this is really fucking funny. If I was like, haha, Uno reverse.
Not the damn thing. Oh no. Is this not working?
You should have editing power over it.
Yeah, it's usually you can just. There we go.
So, what's the DC, please?
The DC.
Mm-hmm.
I just realised I made a stupid mistake here. Is it
What?
big enough to get through the door?
If it had the presuming it has the strength to do so, it could just walk straight through some of these trees.
Fantastic.
So if you manage to fit everybody on the dinosaur, it could in fact just waltz its way through the forest.
Yes. Guys, do we want a dinosaur mount? This is openly asking the party here.
I absolutely want a dinosaur mount.
Right, we're in agreement. Luna? Luna dinosaur. Luna. Luna.
Luno, I believe Penton is also waiting for your approval. Oh my god.
I think Luna might be AFK.
Can you please tell me what the save is that needs to make?
So it's a level
It's
9
both of your
spell.
saves put together.
It's a level 9
So
spell, so it would
basically-
be 126.
It rolls a 4. It fails. So, consider that T-Rex or dominated.
Yeah!
Context.
Dinosaur.
Alright, George. Dinosaur. So the T-Rexor is now under your control. For how long?
Good question.
What is the spell
It's almost
duration?
like I don't think things through before I do
90
them.
days. So you have a dinosaur under your control for the next 90 days.
I don't think it's going to survive that long.
Something tells me it won't.
I don't have bubble yet, so I can't bubble it. It does count as an ally though, so I can buff it.
If you choose to. You can also buff things that aren't allies, but bad idea.
Why would I do that? Well, that's my round. That was a round
Okay.
action.
Well, it's still not in combat, so
Oh, okay. Which way are we going, guys?
well, the question is,
Because if we go up or to the right, you guys have to move out of the way because it's going to be a dinosaur coming through.
well, you can't actually get on the dinosaur. If you wish, I can. If you're going to do this, you can work together as a party to mount the dinosaur. Not like that, fucking perv.
Not a perv, it just sounded funny.
Wait, can we all fit on the dinosaur?
It's
Yes.
gargantuan in size, so yes.
Oh my god, I want to get on. I want to get on. I want to get
Are
on.
you riding this
I'm
dinosaur?
going
through
to
the forest?
extend
running
a
the
hand to
dinosaur.
Alec.
Okay,
Yeah.
please move yourself on.
I am
top
saddled
of the...
onto the dinosaur. I'm going to extend a hand to Alec to let him get up.
So
I'm gonna try and get Aurolus to also come with me.
both Nolan and Sarah are gonna look at Luna for a little bit of help. And when Nolan pipes up, I suppose we should fucking make some sort of saddle for this thing then, if we're going to be riding this damn thing through the woods.
Yeah.
And so with a bit
Oh,
of,
funny.
you want to roll a craft check for me, Luna?
Fucking dinosaur.
This is the most interesting situation.
Ooh.
That's a 22.
So 34 plus numbers, because Nolan rolled a 12. So that's 101 total across all three of you. Don't question how high Sarak rolled here. So you work together to pull these vines into one thing to create a T-Rexor saddle. Please move your tokens on top of the dinosaur. Just then I can move everybody.
I'm so happy that got said in a second. Please move your tokens onto the dinosaur.
Oh wait, I'll let you move your token first, so just so I don't bury you underneath people. Fine. Question mark?
I don't share a language with it, so I can only give it simple commands.
I'll pop Luna's token up.
But I'm sure forward, right, stop is good enough.
Well, that's the useful thing, is you have two high-level geomancers. So, Tongue of the Sun and Moon, meaning that the geomancer is able to speak with any living creature in any language they desire, but it doesn't apply to reading and writing. So Yuzok, and I think Luna as well has this,
Yeah.
but the two of you can basically speak dinosaur.
I'm glad that everyone is behind my dinosaur plan.
So my question is, you can now...
Which
actually...
direction are we roaring, guys?
Wait. Kay holds up a hand. Wait, I've got an idea!
What?
And she's going to spend a minute casting Guiding Star.
Ooh.
And she is...
We were just going to twiddle our thumbs for a minute.
So, for the next minute, she proceeds to cast... She's in the middle of casting it, and then casts Guiding Star. So she forms a bond with the surroundings when she's casting it, and she basically uses Guiding Star to figure out the best path through the forest to the massive fucking tree that you are approaching,
That's a good question.
that looms over you like some sort of elder god. The tree itself it's massive. Like, this thing is at least like 50 times the fucking size of each of you. By a fucking mile. It's huge.
Does the telepathy stone mean that other people can communicate with it as well? Because it's a telepathic link it sets up.
Hypothetically speaking, yes.
Okay.
However, everybody has purposefully disconnected Letizia, Alice, and Yuzok from the telepathy link, because you can hear the three, like, the moment they start trying to mess around with it, they are immediate. You just hear this, like, almost like a hang-up noise as they're disconnected from it.
Dial has not been recognized.
But you can see them intensely
Try it again.
fixated on it, like they're trying. And so, basically,
Which way are we going?
you can now determine the rough direction that you have to travel in. And Kay is going to communicate that to you, as she says northwest.
Northwest.
Can I haste and include the dinosaur so it goes faster?
I mean, if you so feel the need, yes.
I do feel the need.
So these are trees.
Strongly feel the need.
These
But it
are
can just
smaller trees.
Push
Yes.
through.
It has 34 strength. Yes,
So
most
you
of
can
these
just
trees.
cut a beeline straight through.
Yes.
Yeah.
The question is, are you having it sprint? Is it dashing?
How
Are
good's
you-
the saddle?
Huh?
How good's the saddle?
Well,
Otherwise it might hurt.
Luna and Nolan had some troubles until Sarek came in swinging the massive fucking big dick roll that he fucking came out with. And so
Mhm.
it's because I made him pick up craft as his as his new fucking I made him pick up craft as his new proficiency, and I've never been happier. That's a fucking sentence out of me.
I'm just gonna say, if the last word cut off,
That would have been fucking amazing. I'm so upset. Damn it. So are you it's a very well crafted saddle. It'll jiggle you about quite a bit, but
There is nothing to stop me from dominate monstering every single fucking dinosaur in here. I can have an army of dinosaurs.
You could.
There is nothing to say you can't do more than one.
However, it will provide more mental strain for you.
True.
So
Okay,
once you get past,
I will stick with one for now.
yes, I would make you make a concentration check every time. For every additional monster, for every few seconds that would pass, I would have you roll.
That would be shitty if I succeeded on a whole bunch of them and then failed, and then all of a sudden we were surrounded by like 20 different fucking ravenous dinosaurs that we picked up.
So, is it dashing? Are you having this thing move at full speed?
Yes.
Let's fucking go!
Can I politely request that everybody goes to 20% zoom, please? Or you can do
Okay.
10% zoom, because
oh,
I need
me
you
going the
to...
wrong way.
Do I actually have an indicator of what zoom you're at?
Yes,
Where's that?
literally right there.
Oh, it's that thing. Okay.
So
Didn't say percent.
that, or you can zoom out to 10% if you'd like to see the whole map.
I apologize if we just skipped your dungeon.
Well, I already told you, because there's a lot of monsters in here that are non-hostile, like the satyrs. They are not hostile to you, therefore you will still get the EXP from running through here, because Valfun's just that nice. So,
I worry that they might become hostile to us if we bludgeon through their house with a dinosaur. But That's later's problem.
That's a good point.
So the dinosaur moves.
Do the local residents care about us destroying the scenery by a
Yeah.
dinosaur?
So its first movement, it uses movement
Oh
using
no.
Alex.
Oh no. Wait, is it just gonna walk straight through?
Well, yeah, it's
Is it gonna trample them?
and then it moves again.
Okay, I thought we were gonna trample the fucking grass that were there.
Oh no! You hear this horrible shrieking noise as you watch these tentacled pitcher plant things that you recognize as the grats from before get crushed underneath this thing's foot. They don't die, but they're basically like crunched. You can hear it. It's like what I imagine a cucumber would sound like in a hydraulic press. This like really wet, squelchy, crunchy noise underneath this thing's foot as it just storms through. And it keeps going. And you storm through. You keep going. Until...
So what are we naming it, guys?
Jerry.
Jerry the dinosaur.
Jerry.
Alex, any ideas?
Jerry Reed.
The Beast.
Yeah.
It's up to you now, Penton.
Barry.
Larry.
Barry.
Barry.
Barry the Beast.
Barry
Is
the
it a girl
Beast.
or a
Okay,
boy?
that's quite okay. Barry the Beast. I'm okay with that.
Between Jerry or Barry, what do the NPCs think?
They're kind of just surprised that this is working so well. And it works really well.
Oh no. Up to a
Until
point.
Up
So
until
we
the
get through a
point.
room full of dinosaurs and they're all just like, what the fuck are they doing on Barry's head?
It's funny you should say that.
Oh shit!
Oh, I just rolled my own accident. Ah.
Wait, what? Hang on. Wait. Why is that? No. Stop. Fucking. Okay. Okay, it didn't change over.
Oh.
Okay, you may now zoom back in to the bottom of the map.
have we moved?
Yes, you have moved maps.
Oh, we were in the dino den, and they're like,
As there are a trio of dinosaurs here. Currently fighting over what seems to be having some sort of territorial battle. Please excuse me as I proceed to click through and delete a bunch of shit because you're not going back there. Bear with. And they appear to be just a little displeased as another competitor male has entered this area. As I wouldn't have expected you to check, because I don't think you'd be looking at the junk of this giant dinosaur that you've just possessed and are now riding through the sunset with. However, it does seem as though you have picked up a male dinosaur, and so you've just basically waltzed into another thing's territory and threatened it.
Can I create an illusion of treachery and make them start fighting each other?
You will be caught in the middle of this.
Damn. Does anyone know what the submissive things dinosaurs do to not die? I don't want to lose Jerry.
And so,
it was
Jerry-
Barry. What?
Jerry's growing on me, not gonna lie.
How was he Jerry? I thought he was Barry, and then he was
We were deciding the name,
okay.
and you came up with the Beast.
Okay.
wow, bit too much.
I'll
Fine.
push you off this.
I'm playing
No.
the character. would say the universal thing for showing submissive behavior is to roll on your belly, but on your back, sorry, and show your underbelly, but that would crush us. So
Just run through. I think just run through. Just keep running. I can slow them down if they
phantasmal
Chase us.
disorientation. I doubt they have any kind of magic. I reckon they're going to attack us with teeth, which means they have to get to us.
Kay is going to look at Alec.
I could make us fly.
Kay is going to look at Alec, and very politely, through the telepathy phone, is going to remind him that he has recalled death. And that maybe it is time for Jerry, or whatever you've called him, and his friends to enjoy their own expiry date.
I could also. I'm gonna say through the telepathy. I could also make us fly.
She just looks at you very judgmentally.
Oh, fine. I'll recall death on the.
I would like to point out, as you've suggested this idea, you watch as an arrow flat as a rather large-looking arrow whistles through the air over the shrubbery to knock what appears to be this large, like wyvernous bird type thing out of the sky with pinpoint accuracy.
Ah.
Nice shooting.
Alright, Jerry, time to take it around the back of the shed.
Okay, I'm not gonna recall death, Jerry, because he means so much to me. But
I'm very attached to my dinosaur.
it is a single target spell, isn't it? Recall death. Yeah. If I can fucking find it. Yeah. Target makes a whiz save. If they fail, they die instantly. So I will do it to the one on my left, this guy.
I thought that's something I could do. Just use phobia and make them afraid of dinosaurs.
That seems very cool.
They are now afraid of themselves. Existential crisis.
Fucking move! So, what's your DC, please?
8th level spell, 61.
Okay, I'm presuming you're doing this to every dinosaur here that is not Jerry.
Every dinosaur that I don't care about.
Well, please remove 24 MP from your thing, because none of them can make your saves. Woo! And this is the point where Aurelus you watch as Aurelus very calmly places his hand down on Jerry's hide, looks at the rest of the party, and very calmly says through the telepathy phone, "Okay, I think we should walk from here. It wouldn't exactly make a good impression on Balfern for us to be charging into his domain riding a fucking dinosaur."
Fine.
Okay, but it would be funny, but okay.
Just for the sake of not causing too many issues.
Maybe we should make
Okay.
You know what, though? I have an idea. Just pop off, and I'm going to just move Jerry to the side. And Aurelus is going to basically lead the T-Rex, is going to...
I can just make him leave. He doesn't have to die.
You're going to send him away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send him away and I'll break my connection with him once he gets to a safe distance.
So the dinosaur just pulls away and leaves.
Yay! Jerry lives!
You are now on feet on the ground. And, whose vision is that? Who's got the really dummy thick bubble? I think that's Penton.
Probably me, I have quite high dive. 120 feet or something?
So, as you hop down, you look around the undergrowth, and you can see this rather interesting outline. There's something interesting in the distance. You can just about recognize some silhouettes. You can't quite make out any details, but If the silhouette is actually what you think it is, you like what you see.
Okay, which direction is the star telling us to go? Or is it just a visible star that we cannot see?
The star is visible to the immediate north. Like, I could put a light there? I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna see if this works. See that? Oh, you can see that. Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
like directly north. That's where the star is, right? I want to move that across so it doesn't reveal. That's gonna be better.
To get this way through a dungeon without actually harming anything.
Well, hey,
We technically used that thing against its will, but I've set it free now.
it just had a very interesting 5 minutes of confusion. So, there are two routes to your left, to your northeast and northwest.
Felt.
Oh. Which direction would you like to go? I will let you guys figure out which direction you would like to go.
Is there an up? No, there's a wall there, isn't there?
Yes, there
There
is
is
a wall of forest, basically in the way. So you would have to follow some of the carved out paths that are in this forest. There appears to be one to your to the northeast and one to the northwest that may lead to further further expansion of your journey. As you can kind of make out through the undergrowth, this is using both Penton and Norland's view. It does look like there are pathways further ahead that lead up through the forest. It's just a case of basically following the trails at this point. So, choose your own adventure moment. Which direction are you going?
Left. Left.
Okay.
How do we feel about left? Everyone?
How do we feel about left? We're just reiterating what was said for just the term.
Left?
Mhm.
Left looks pretty similar in appearance to right by the looks of it, so don't see why not.
But you can, Penton, see everything in that bubble.
I can just move up here and not
Or you-
through the trees.
You can. What you can see in that bubble, you can see.
Am I the only person that can see this right now?
The pathway, no, you're not the only one that sees that.
As in that massive bubble.
Yeah, that mass bubble is your vision. So that's what you can see. Everybody else has different POVs on this.
Yeah, I only have 60 feet.
So,
Okay,
Sorry.
so there is a minimum of 2 satyrs left, big room,
silhouettes.
and roughly the same,
Yeah, Alex's vision stops there.
and then roughly the same on the right. So, northwest, northeast, doors. Doors? They're not doors, are they? They're just like
They're like
pathways.
they would be considered archways, so it's basically where a couple of trees are like leaning inwards. Somebody's definitely had a little bit too much fun with the gardening and greenery here.
So
Basically,
in that case, it doesn't particularly matter, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
okay. Now then, are we all move? Shall I move everybody up to the left?
Can anyone restore my
Ye-
MP before we do this? What make the sign for it?
You would need to take
Yeah.
to use your items for it, and that would take time. So I'm going to just move you all straight up to it. In this room, or
That's-
clearing, there are some very, very big satyrs. They are... You are starting to see why, what the difference is between these areas of the Feywild, whereas the female Fey spirits were lithe or curvy, beautiful, very large variation of womanly body types. These are all just very large walls of men. You can see short swords and short bows on their persons, and they are currently talking about something in very gruff tones.
Can I hear what they're talking about? Or are they speaking?
It is not a language that you would understand.
But I can.
If it's Sylvan,
saying.
do you want to listen to what they're saying?
They're not out loud.
Tell you what they're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm asking Luna because she is the one
Yeah.
who's listening.
Okay.
They are currently having a debate. They're currently having a debate over which one of them is the more attractive male, and what is coming out of their mouths sounds nothing short of very homosexual in nature. Like, it's a lot of what I can only describe as gym bro speak.
Towel whipping in the locker room.
Yes. Literally, like, if they, like, you could probably put what they're saying into that sort of scenario and it would still fit. They have not noticed you as they are too busy talking about each other's bodies and trying to compare who's better. Like, not really is.
Do they have vanish?
Multiple of you have vanished.
I do have
Greater
vanish. I have greater vanish. I think.
Let's just avoid getting it scraped until we get
Where is... Greater vanish, there it is.
these rather one-foot-minded gentlemen for the discussion.
It's a single target spell, so
Ah. So vanish girl or something, doesn't it?
I mean, maybe I could twin cast it with someone, like...
I could combine. It's a buff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we twin cast yet? No, okay.
We can twin cast, yeah. I'm
Then,
pretty
yeah,
sure.
We could twin cast, and I could cast Mob, which would turn it into a 50-foot.
Epic.
Let's do that.
So we Mog and Greater Vanish.
Okay. As you Mog and Greater Vanish and become invisible, all five of these men, of these satyr men, look at the opening, the archway. As unfortunately, one of you does in fact have silent casting. The other one does not.
Ah.
So one of you is dead silent as you cast. The other one speaks up.
Can they actually see us?
Does not appear that they can.
But they heard us. I will say through the telepathy, oopsies.
It's fine.
I'm
I'm
just-
gonna try and make.
No.
I know. Oh, this could be terrible. I want to make an audio-visual hallucination
Of what?
of just past them, because we're gonna go. Okay, gang. The plan is we're gonna go in, and we're gonna go really quickly through this little clearing, and up. Okay. So I'm gonna make a voice just out of sight that is going to be very loud, very obnoxious, and it is going to claim that it is more sexy than all of them.
Mr. Oleno, can I please ask why you have my combat tracker open?
I don't know, what? Oh, I opened the wrong thing. Let's try that. I was DMing the other day, wasn't I?
Yes, wrong combat tracker, first off. So,
Okay, sorry.
that's fine. I just noticed it and would like to politely reprimand you.
I
But
didn't even notice.
before you are able to pull this off, one of the satyrs, you hear one of them mutter out something, which you can understand this time. and it's in a very seductive honey tone.
Oh no.
As you hear, "My, that's a pretty sounding voice. Why don't you come on out, cutie?" And Alec, what's your seduction DC, please?
No, this is awful.
If you need to, then use Mog.
I do not have a.
You cannot mod
right.
the DC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh right,
okay.
yeah, it's a DC. It's in social.
It is in social.
I've
yes.
never had to use this. It's the same for men and women. 56. Please don't. Oh, can I give them unlucky for my ability? It's temporal hiccup.
Okay. Yes, you do that.
You have to make a wisdom save for it though, and the DC.
In that case,
high.
then, the DC is what?
10 plus half time mage level. My level is 65, like 30, plus intelligence modifier, like 10 plus 30-ish plus 54, like 90.
So it does. You manage to inflict it with unlucky. However, it does still succeed the DC, and you
Aw.
feel allured. And there's a very strong temptation for you to follow that seductive honey tone. As it's had some sort of very, very alluring effect to you, as I can only describe it as. I'd like you to make me a percentile roll.
Oh, a cursed percentile roll. I'll try using the pink one, and hopefully that will save me. Oh, it did not. 45. But better than last time, but still not great.
You manage to just about constrain yourself. However, your robes feel a little bit more uncomfortable than before. Choose to interpret that as you wish. Be that where I'm sure your brain took it, or the fact that you're a little bit hot and flustered from being complimented, and therefore your clothes are a bit retaining that heat and making you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Okay, fair.
Do they respond to
The reasonable assumption to make, and not the assumption I made.
Well, the assumption you made could potentially be correct, depending on how you choose Alec's response to that. As that is not my position to tell you what your character thinks and feels in terms of that situation. Yes, it does work. And all of their heads whip around.
I told everyone that on this moment we should move.
Okay. Everybody has haste, so let me just...
So we're going to get around that corner as quickly as possible.
So, who is the slowest moving person in this group right now? Does anybody have less than 60 feet of movement speed?
No one does because they have hasture, but...
At base. I'm talking before
base.
hasture.
Oh, mine is, I think, 60.
Mine is 50.
50. Okay, so I will move you 110 feet. 60.
I'm more attractive than all of you. Just look at my pecs.
And they are so distracted by this, they do not see you whip around the corner. There is a slight rushing sound. And as they realize that this is an audio hallucination, they look back and they all seem collectively very saddened and disappointed that the voice that they heard earlier is now gone.
You're in there, Alec.
And you can see you can see Aurelius's grip on the Jade Infinity Breaker Titan as he
Can
accidentally,
we be invisible?
or you can hear it per se,
I can
because
see it.
the fear that like the aura that he is giving off right now is enough. As you can hear in his mind slip the idea that he wants to go back and basically whack that man in the fucking kneecaps for daring to even try anything funny.
Well, onwards and
That's
upwards.
his man. So,
Will we attract any more attention?
move to the end of the corridor. And as you're moving
That
along,
shows well.
there is a very large number of these satyrs around. Like, holy shit, there are so many of them.
Can they see us through the thicket?
Not currently, no, because they are not paying attention to you.
Okay.
As they are not really close enough to be able to perceive you.
Let us continue then.
I am currently moving everybody into a straight line. I will apologize if this is a little bit tricky. You are halfway up the map now. And you can see in the thicket across from you
Oh, shit.
that these groves are laden with these big satyr men. Like, it seems as though the closer you get to Valfern, the larger they get.
Oh, shit.
As though Valfern's inner circle are the longest surviving satyrs that have all reached arch-satyrdom. The irony being that half of this. The irony being that you've gotten way further than I expected you to. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm down for this. This is very entertaining. I don't mean that sarcastically either. This is really, really fascinating watching you guys problem solve around this. So you move down the corridor,
How do we get out of this one, gang?
and unfortunately for
Whoa,
you,
whoa, I didn't say you go all the way up to the...
no, you are just before the point where you would be visible, but you can
Okay.
see into the room.
To the telepathy? Oh my god.
So,
That's a lot of boys.
yeah, there are quite a few of them in here. Luna, are you going to be listening in again for the conversation in Sylvan?
Yeah.
They are all discussing the interesting clapping sound they heard from the cabin, where a person
No.
where one of Valfern's favorite friends from the material plane sometimes comes to visit, and they were surprised. They were confused because the clapping sounded very different to But the clapping itself sounded very different to what is normally used to call Valfern.
Okay, we're still vanished.
And Nolan has a very amused smile on his face. You can't see it, unfortunately, but
So, let me just take a second to point out the kaleidoscope of colours that is going on with these bubbles right now.
yes, there are many bubbles.
It is pretty. Right, so, using that information, we are all still invisible,
You are all still invisible.
and this is not, they're not solid walls, are they? They're like trees.
They are
Like
trees.
thick trees, so we can see where the path
You can.
is.
Yes.
So we can do the same thing.
If you feel like it, yes.
So I am going to... It's a bad idea. Okay, so coming from this room down here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to audiovisual hallucination a clap.
Please specify the way that this clap goes.
So You're making a
I don't know
story.
the way it actually goes, so I can only clap the same way that I clapped.
Well, that makes sense.
Actually, before I do that,
Unless you want to roll
Nolan,
history.
how should I clap?
Nolan, like you can't. Nolan through the telepathy stone. Well, I mean, there's one particular type of arrangement of clapping sounds that they quite like, and I'm not referring to the inappropriate. That normally is a Valfern's sign that he's got a visitor. You could try that one, but I don't think you'd appreciate the chaos that follows.
As long as I don't see us, it shouldn't matter. Right?
He basically does the equivalent of a shrug through the telepathic phone of I guess.
So, could you tell me how this clap goes?
And Nolan proceeds to basically.
Is it shaving a haircut? Is it shaving a haircut?
No, it's dun 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 dun.
Really? Okay. I mean, it is the final phase, that makes sense. Right. So, Penton makes a hallucination, audio hallucination, of that clap. Actually, should I momentary phantom this? That's even more MP on. But it would make sure that they all fall for it. Can't find my bloody spell.
Okay, well, for the sake of not completely halting the movement of the session,
Okay,
um,
sorry.
That's
Going
fine.
pretty fast.
you guys are problem solving this in a very intelligent and intellectual manner. Actually, kind of proud.
Yeah.
They start moving down as you hear collective shouts of "He's here! Alpha's play buddy is here!" Yeah! And one of them stops there and starts running his hand through his hair as the rest of them are trying to
Oh, fucking kidding me.
are calling to each other about the fact that Valfern's friend is here. And one of them stops in the doorway, or in the archway, and is running his hand through his hair.
Guys, ideas? Can we slip past him?
I think we can just wait.
There is, if you want to try and slip past him, there is one route you can go.
Don't say beneath his legs.
Between his legs.
How cool is he?
The man is an arch satyr weaver. As
He's like
you notice,
12
the
foot.
difference between them is that this particular this satyr compared to the arch satyrs you encountered earlier has lots of floral accessories and cloth dancing scarves attached to parts of his fur.
Mini? Like we did with the vent? It would make sure we don't touch his legs on the way through.
If you want to take that risk,
I
you
don't
are
know if
more
I
than
want to take
welcome.
that risk, I'm just making a suggestion.
Because there is a hypothetical that you get trampled.
Good point.
I see. I think my Wi-Fi cut out or something because I missed a lot of that, and then suddenly you start talking.
Basically, Penton has suggested the idea of casting Mini on everybody in the party to go between them to get around this man. However, I have just proposed the idea that is a good idea if you're willing to run the risk of being trampled.
We're still invisible, right?
Yes, you are.
If we were trying to sneak through the legs, that would be stealth, yeah?
Yes.
What bonus does Vanish give us to stealth?
So whilst you are moving, you will get plus 20
20.
to stealth. However, when you're standing still, you have plus 40.
And we all have mod, which I will just add back on as soon as we use it. Does firing off Mog, if you have it, make any noise?
No,
There's no big bright
Right.
flash or anything?
no, it does not.
Okay, so
How
we can
about
Mog
we
it.
just? How about we stealth through it?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
down
do
with this.
Okay, so everybody, please roll me a stealth check.
I have good stealth, I say to myself.
With plus 20, which you...
Yep, plus 20. And do I have to say before I roll whether I'm using Mog or?
Yes. But
Um.
basically, before you give me the end result. If you
Oh,
give me the
okay.
result and then decide to try and log it after the fact, you will be told no.
Okay, I will. You know, what, I'll use Mog. I'll Mog it. See, I probably did not need to Mog it. That triples. It triples, right?
Doubles.
Doubles. Okay, I don't know what triples. None of that.
Nothing at the moment. 52.
Doubles. So does that double the greater vanish
It
thing?
doubles the it doubles the modifiers
Yeah.
completely. So it'll be 40.
Oh, cool.
Oh fuck, right. 40 plus. God damn it, Alice. 40 plus 52. Plus
89.
Yeah. Because remember, your
Ah.
modifiers will cap at 80 for this because it's a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
that's pretty
81.
good.
Oh,
Wait, modifiers are capped at 80.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I rolled 80.
So, yeah, just bear that in mind, please.
oh, in that case, okay, in that case,
Sorry.
That my modifies what?
Your modifier will cap at plus 80 as it is a skill check. Therefore,
Oh, okay, cool.
sorry, I probably should have mentioned that prior to the.
right?
Is this
No,
an
no,
against
that's fine.
responsibility?
That's fine. Because I just realised that
What you roll?
the
Yeah. Don't worry.
uh
I see.
favoured terrain
Okay.
does in fact boost up the stealth in my skills, but I didn't notice that before because
Do you have it? Do you have the box ticked?
yeah, I
Okay.
didn't notice it before. Although
So good.
why does it give me plus 20 when it says plus 10? Is it because of druid?
It may be because of druid. Yes. I'm not entirely sure on that one. I'll check it out later, but for now, I guess enjoy the free double bonus.
All right, in that case, let me.
So I will grab the rolls in just a second. A rollless, no. So, a
You're
rollless.
such a pessimist, Alec. I agree with you, but... Be better than me.
Mm. Right, I'm gonna re-enter this stuff because I. What the fuck?
That's fine. If you want, you can take your take the 6, or you can re-roll it.
Right, I don't know where I've gotten some of these numbers from now.
That's perfectly fine.
I'm so
Just roll
confused.
it with
'Cause
the plus
I know
80.
I know I definitely got the plus 56.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, plus 20 is from Vanish. If I ignore the plus 10, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not losing it.
You're-
I forgot where the plus 20 came from immediately.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Right,
about
anyway,
it.
that's
You're all good.
82. It's 82, yeah.
I wasn't laughing at you, I was laughing at something I just spotted that Alec put in the chat.
I will have a look in a moment.
Who's been clapping cheeks in the cupboard?
Yeah.
You have to clap in a very particular way. Could you show me?
Okay, bear with me 1 second. Just rolling the last couple. Where I use up. Okay. Tomato. Okay. So, Penton, what did you roll?
89.
Alec?
94. Yeah, 94.
Okay, so, as you start going between this guy's legs, contain your immaturity, sir. As you start moving between his very large, muscled legs, hooved legs, I should probably specify.
I'm gonna look up.
Is that said through the? Is that said through the telepathy phone to not look up?
No, that was...
Okay, I have to check.
that wasn't said at all.
Just in case you wanted to specify something to the party before I finished describing what you were doing.
No.
Okay. So, you're moving through, and Aurolus has the intrusive thought of, don't look up, and as everybody else gets around the corner, through this man's legs, Aurolus looks up, and you hear this from this invisible area. You just hear a, huh? That's what they look like.
Is it through the telepathy? Come on. Come on, it can't be that stupid.
It's not. It literally just said from this invisible area.
Yeah, from this area, this very this invisible area. You hear Aurelus go, huh? That's what they look like. Interesting. Oh shit! As he suddenly remembers what he's supposed to be doing, so everybody else gets around that corner without a problem. Aurelus, however,
Now I wish I picked up rescue.
is in a slightly awkward position, standing between
Where
the
does
legs
anyone have rescue?
of a very large
Yes,
Satyr
probably a
man.
Rolex.
The problem is, casting rescue would mean making a sound out loud.
Yeah.
And so,
We're gonna have to distract while we get him out of there.
I'm gonna say through the telepathy. Wait, let me find it first. Blah, 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 that yeah, it does. That greater vanish does not end when you attack. I'm just putting it out there.
We don't need to attack.
But if we did, it wouldn't uninvisible us.
and this is where a very awkward thing happens. As, please. Oh my god, can I do this? Please tell me I can do this.
I have a very effective distraction technique, but it may send the Satyrs into a bit of a frenzy.
Oh no.
As Lunannon casts King's Castle, swapping himself and Aurelus. So Aurelus is now safe. No, it is Norland between this guy's legs. This is going to be a really weird episode to listen back to.
First time you've been here, eh?
Oh
And
my
Through the
god.
telepathy.
He purposefully unstealths and walks out from underneath the Satyr. Do you fucking mind? Look, you've got a nice package, but I'm not quite in the mood for that at the moment. Come on. We all know that the little wolf down there is fucking waiting for you. Why are you still fucking standing and blocking the pathway? It's like you're trying to be a dick. Sorry about that. My bad. Hey, wait up! And Norland walks around the corner looking very pleased with himself as the Satyrs start swarming to the south.
Well done.
Well, I don't know what you fucking expected. After all, it's not like I'm, born from one of these motherfuckers. And I hope you know that you have in fact started a ruckus. As you just hear the sound of hooves against the dirt charging towards the south. To such a point where you watch the inhabitants of the next clearing sprint into the room that you were about to go into. If I can fucking grab them using this mouse. I hate keypads.
You should have been heading down, right? Past us.
Yes, I just moved them south.
You said you're about to go into.
Yes, because this leads into another clearing as you guys move further up. Because by the time you get there, the commotion has spread far enough that even the satyrs up here have heard. And through the shrubbery, Penton,
What have I done?
you recognize a very, very familiar thing. And the rest of you,
Shit!
the rest of you are treated to this ghastly, unpleasant smell. I'm going to leave you to mutually panic for a moment whilst I use the bathroom.
So,
I'll be back. But you hear this.
how is Xanax feeling right now?
I'll let you figure that one out. Why don't you tell your allies what you see?
What?
It's just there's some Malboro King over there.
There's a
Remember the Malboro King?
there's
Bro.
Remember deck chair? Out of
There's-
character? There's one over there.
oh no, is it going towards us?
I don't think it's seen us yet.
Well, we're invisible, so we'll accept Norland.
But it may be on high alert since everything's just stampeded past it.
we are like 8 times the level we were
Yes.
when Jasper got deck chaired. Yeah.
And we
So-
fought the Malboro King, and remember who we needed to fight the Malboro King?
Everyone, yeah.
Including the gods and the level 100 characters.
Well, maybe it's weaker now or something. I don't know.
Maybe, although I think it's in its natural habitat.
Maybe
from the
it's
Fae?
Maybe
No,
it's a
they're
different
not.
mob.
It just happens to be here.
So from what you can recall, a Malboro King naturally occurs when it is the eldest Malboro to exist in that plane. Meaning, you're currently looking if they are not natural to the Feywild, at some point some arsehole decided it'd be a brilliant idea to bring a Malboro into the Feywild.
Oh my god, they're an invasive species.
They are an invasive species. And
Jesus Christ.
unfortunately, there are some varieties of Malboro that can, during their breeding seasons, or I guess flowering seasons, can cross dimensions. Meaning that one must have come through here at some point, if it wasn't a person, one must have come through here during flowering season and left behind a seed.
Alright, I'm gonna be perfectly honest here, guys. I don't think my auditory hallucinations are working. And I don't think I can physically allure a Malboro. So, we may have to fight this one. Unless we can sneak past.
Let's try and sneak past. Can I re-vanish? Is Nolan unvanished now?
Nolan is unvanished, however, he is staying well hidden from this thing.
Okay, cool.
Ooh,
Well,
fucking
You're
ruin a camp. Can you ruin a camp to vanish? Increase the stealth bonus.
yes, but the bonus does cap at plus 80. Because there is a point, the remaining 20 points that you roll on that dice are basically what I'm going to call human error.
So it makes it impossible to like basically cheese a skill check to the point where
Yes,
you cannot fail.
pretty much.
Yeah.
The only way you would be able to do that is with either very lucky even the odds rolls, or very, very specific skills and abilities that allow you to take X amount, such as Jack of all trades or similar. You just get to take automatic X number. Is the only way you can realistically, quote unquote, cheese.
I rolled 42 on history. What do I remember about
Can I
Malboro King?
see the Marlborough King right now?
You cannot. The only person that's capable of seeing this currently is Penton, and I think
I can't. I don't
Nolan.
think. But if I could see past it, I could. bend space and time. No.
So,
Are we stealthing then?
I don't want to risk this thing getting surprise round on us.
that is the thing that you have to deal with.
I think we should just attack it.
Is that, in theory, this thing is more than capable of causing you some problems. And Penton, you do in fact remember one thing about this when Lupus was telling you about why this thing is so deadly and why he's so proud that Xanis managed to get Alec as fucking Alec. How he managed to get Jasper so far away. And that is that when the Malboro King is reduced in health by a certain degree, it has an ability called Deep Breath, where essentially it can force you to make basically force you to try and resist a litany of different status ailments that is enough to cripple even the strongest of warriors. As unfortunately, the Malboro King's stench is developed to such a powerful degree that even such powerful protective equipment, such as ribbons or super ribbons, can be disabled by this thing for a temporary period.
Man.
So there is no
So
way of
let's-
truly negating it.
Is it mindless?
So,
It can't be mindless.
It is a plant.
Yeah, but
It's a plant.
it's a powerful one.
It is a
it's
powerful
a
plant.
plan.
Xanis
Shall we
is,
try stealthing?
Xanis is gonna ponder for a moment, look at Luna, with a devilish grin on his face.
Are you scare me?
Hey, Luna.
Yes.
I heard you like bows.
Uh-huh.
Fuck it.
Oh, I did not mean to press enter there.
And Xanis then takes a second to say, wait, no, fuck it up, wait, and proceeds to start freaking out about the fact that he tried to sound really cool for a second there, and then realized he didn't finish his sentence, because he got distracted by the fact that he can't see his own hands. And Xanis is going to suggest the idea that Luna shoot it
Morgan Runic Camp on Luna.
by using and abusing Morgan Runic Amp.
In that case, I'm gonna need to move forward because I can't even see it at the moment.
And the
I
Rolus,
wonder if I can buff
I will
you
move.
more.
the Rolus can give the plus 60 to... Who can get bravery?
Aurelus
Oh.
is going to take this opportunity.
I can give bravery.
I'm going to make sure I aim at it.
Yeah, you are still stealth. Hold on. I'm just moving people around. Can you see it from here?
No.
Nope. I don't think so, no.
That's where my vision ends.
60 feet,
Is
isn't it?
Is it in that dark
Can you not see
space?
that? Can you see where my arrow is?
I can see the arrow.
Not really.
How far... Wait, what is Luna's actual vision? I forget. 60
It's
feet?
50.
Oh, right, because of the dimming effect. Yeah, 60 feet. Let me just...
Wait, so you're telling me that I've had this, or
It's
okay?
It's because
I can
the
see.
furthest... Oh, sorry.
I can see it now.
Yeah, it's because the all of your dark vision has like dimming, so the further away it is, the harder it gets to see it, which is great, but it's also kind of contradictory. Okay,
Let's see. What do I add?
so Rose is going to take this opportunity before you enter this room to give you Amethyst Emboldenment. So you will receive a plus 70 to your damage and then you have Mog and Runic Amp, so you can then multiply all of your damage modifiers by 8.
Okay.
Be 16 in this case, because you've got
8 times 16, because, I mean, I've already got Mogs, and plus 70. Right, let me try and hit it. Do I need to add anything else? Yeah, that should be everything.
Imagine it. Sorry, my brain just pictures Luna with a shopping cart as she's trying to decide on what she's going to murder the thing with. I don't know why it's a shopping cart.
I haven't swapped my arrows. It's a new arrow.
If you 3d6 as well, breaking.
Well, is that your roll to hit that's in the?
Yeah, that's my that 120 is
definitely
my.
hits. That definitely hits.
Right, and it's a crit. It can take crits, yeah.
Yep, it is not an elemental or crit immune.
Right, let's start adding these numbers. 5d10.
Matter.
Silly question. Oh shit! I did not mean to open that. No. It's not classed as an animal, dragon, or humanoid, yeah.
It's a plant.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was really.
The only thing you've used to describe this thing so far is it's a plant.
It is classified as a plant and a boss.
25. Right, before I use the Runic Amp and Mog, does my bow's innate double modifier at full health apply to the plus 70?
Well, my brain's being a little bit. Oh, yes, because it applies to bravery effect as well. Sorry, my brain just fucking blipped for a minute there.
Right.
So you will get basically the 16 times bonus to all. That's all modifiers, be it spells, whatever.
I
should really make it.
Now I times this by 16. So then I times that by 16, and that's
I imagine this is a fucking lot of damage.
Well, the damage modifier, just not the 70 that's been doubled, is now being times by 16. My normal modifier has become 2,400.
Jesus fucking Christ! Woo! That's before a crit.
Yeah.
Ah!
And the other, right?
I fear you, bow lady. Pew pew.
Is there anything else that I can add? No.
Unfortunately, I don't think so.
I need to make sure that I type /R. Right.
Oh, that's
glorious! That is 18,828 points of piercing.
Jesus fucking Christ! Mans did not stand a chance. Okay, so
Oh
Luna.
my God!
Noticing that the rest of your company is just a little bit uncomfortable at this thing's presence, and you've been made aware that you're aware of the previous run-in with this thing. You've actually encountered one of these before in the in the Great Forest, and as you and Amy were told to avoid that area when you were much younger, and you decided to go anyway because it's just a plant. It's just a plant. It can't be that bad, right? This is before the point where you had encountered an actual Malboro. So you encountered this thing in the past and went, oh, fuck. And so, you know firsthand the best way to kill a Malboro King is to plant your arrow straight between that thing's dumbass fucking mustache. And so
Wait,
you do. You do just that. Yes, it's a mustache.
No, wait, no. That's implying Luna's killed a Malboro King before.
you've been taught how to. You have yet to
Okay.
actually
Thank
plant the arrow.
God,
Don't
you are
worry.
making me worried there for a second.
Don't worry. No, you've been taught how to kill these things by by the person who taught you how to use a bow and arrow all those years ago. And so, your arrow flies straight and true and lets out this, like, there is like a miniature sonic boom that comes from your bow. There
I
is
imagine it starts to fucking
no.
glow red with how fast
Nope.
it's moving.
There's like
Well, it fucking melts down. That's what happens.
there's a big old
Boom!
sound as Luna lets go of that arrow string, and the arrow itself builds up such a speed
I choose the duck.
that it rips straight through the Malboro King and pins its stupid fucking mustache to a nearby tree.
What, with the Marlboro still attached, or just its mouth?
Just the mustache, and the plant itself collapses in on itself as the nuclear part of your arrow that would inflict meltdown essentially melts this thing into a wet puddle. As you kill it 12.45 times over.
Holy shit.
Oh my fucking god.
You killed it 12 times over to a point where it basically evaporates in front of your very eyes.
Oh,
Yo, I want that mustache.
You may take the mustache.
Yes!
So, Luna, you now have a mustache, a Malboro King mustache in your inventory. It is, however, the size of belongs to a gargantuan monster.
Can you hold it?
So you would need to have it shrunk down by an appropriate mage, or recreate it. But you now have a very large plant man moustache in your inventory.
Yo, does anyone want a mini this?
You could probably
I'll
break
do
this
it.
down.
Sure.
You could probably
I'll mini
break.
it.
Are you trying to shrink this down? Basically.
Yep.
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
I broke
Wait,
it. No.
another Marlboro can't grow from it, can it?
no.
no.
Okay.
The way the Malboro Kings work is, once the Malboro King dies, the next eldest Malboro becomes the next Malboro King.
Yep, that is correct.
Sorry, I had the horrible intrusive thought that we bring back a fucking Marlboro King mustache with us.
No,
and then
no,
it just becomes
no.
one in the guild.
No.
Well,
yes.
I mean, I don't think it would matter much because Luna could just
Shoot it again, yeah.
shoot it once.
I mean, you also have the Goddess of the Harvest, who has some degree of control over these plant monsters as well. But it's cooler to watch it get absolutely
Oh
fucking
my God, no.
evaporated.
Strat Siege Zodia knowing full well what she could have done. Obviously, the Malboro King was.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
The moustache could have been sooner. So you end up taking this moustache and continuing your adventure onwards.
Well done,
And
Luna.
you arrive at
That's a boss room!
You arrive at the foot of this tree that looms over you like a skyscraper. It is fucking massive. And so, sitting underneath this tree, laying on his back, with like his shoulders against the roots of this tree, like he's just sitting in a lounger chair, is a very large sapphire man. And he is massive. He is very large. I will post his artwork for you.
What did you say?
I believe you sent it last week, but I'm gonna assume that others aren't gonna say no.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I want to use an ether, so I have fun too. For the starts.
Please excuse me as I change the music track and get inundated with advertisements.
Oh, pardon me. That was a good cottage pie that I had, though. Yeah.
We had like an all-day
And-
breakfast thing today.
Oh, it had. The good thing is it had peas in this time. I left out the peas. I know. It was an accident. Last time. Anyway, this time
I've
we
never
had.
spiritually related to something so much in my life. I mean, no.
Oh.
No.
me reading what Alex said, but then I remember is typing in the chat, and then I remember what happened last week when Penton did the exact thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you cannot. Yes, he is completely buck naked. Yes, you can see everything, but where? Because I'm imagining the first thing that both Alec and Penton are doing is looking
Again.
down.
I've already tried.
Again.
I'm not trying that. I've already tried that. I know it doesn't work.
Tell me you wouldn't try again.
Fine, I'll try again.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's you, Penton.
I mean, we already know from Titania that the banish is not going to work.
Yes, because
It's
as
all
you've
straight
entered
through.
it, all of your buffs have been dispelled.
So I'm just going to say hello.
Bruh.
And as you try to look where his junk in the trunk should be, there is a glimmering, as though there has been some sort of spell cast to hide it. At least for the time being.
Not that easy.
As he stands up, and this man towers over you.
Hello again.
Well, hello there. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet you too, Alpha, isn't it?
Yes, I am Valthern, King of the Feywild. And I
Hello.
presume you are the ones that the little pup wanted me to fight?
Little pup. Oh my god. Well then, I don't know anyone that can get away with calling him that.
I am one of the gods of seduction. Do you not think that my silver tongue would be the origin point of the silver tongue? And he sticks his tongue out, and it does glimmer like silver. Before he retracts his tongue back into his mouth.
So I'm guessing you probably know why we're here.
Mm-hmm. I am certainly aware of why you're here. But
Is
tell
it
me,
not-
why are you? You can't just be here because of some silly acts now, can you? Surely you'd want to see me. Or at least get to know me first before you try and take something that's mine.
You need it. Also, I'm on duty right now. I don't.
And he smirks at you. Of all people, Luna's just I'm imagining Luna standing there looking a bit confused.
I was about to shout, "Do you like berries?"
Do you want to shout that? Genuine
No.
question?
No. No.
Well, on the topic of silver tongues, then I guess thank you for mine.
Oh, you call that a silver tongue? How cute.
Well, not in comparison to yours, but it's not really a fair comparison, is it?
No, it's not. God, it must be so heartbreaking for you. Don't worry. I'll be merciful.
Well, before we get started, I just want to say thank you for your service.
He looks confused for a moment before it clicks. Oh, you are fun. Now then, and he crunches his knuckles. I do believe you're here for this. No. And he waves his hand. And he waves his hand to this like great axe that is wedged in the tree behind him, and looks down at Uzok, then looks at Sarak, and then looks at Xanis. And when he looks at Xanis, he's very he starts laughing to himself again. Oh. Now then, what's this? And he he twirls his finger around. And Xanis ends up being, by some telekinetic force, is rotated. So he's facing away from Valfern. Nothing else happens, he just gets spun 180. Oh, Uzok and Sarak. Tell me which one of you boys has gotten close already. And Xanis pipes up. Hey! Shut your ass up. Alright. Fuck him up.
Oh damn, I was about to ask a question.
Well, you heard the leader.
And Luna, would you like to pipe up? Before
It's
Xanis...
gonna be a really stupid question.
Do it.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Valfern scratches his chin for a moment.
What's pizza? Do you have pizza on this universe?
Yes.
We do. Okay, I think we've already established this way.
Well, I must say I prefer eating pineapple on its own for its alternate properties, but pineapple is okay on pizza if it's put on after it's been cooked. Else it makes the crust a little soggy. At least in my opinion. Now then, how about we get back to it? I like playing rough, so don't expect any quarter from me.
Benton.
And you may position
In
yourselves.
character, by the way, I'm not actually doing that.
You may position yourselves anywhere behind this line that is being left on Lingo.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Are you satisfied with the answer?
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait to see how many people's bisexual panic I have just triggered off with the last two bosses / dungeons.
Extremely.
Duh.
This one's so
Duh.
much more because of all the seduction.
Right. Time to remove
Oh,
everything that
that's
isn't
unfortunate.
from the forest.
The fact-
Yippee.
Oh, I am gonna screw with you so much. Oh, I'm
Hi.
such a dick.
My name's Luna. I will ask stupid questions if I get the opportunity to. It will throw people off.
You didn't throw me off at all.
What, you weren't expecting this pineapple belong on pizza?
You know what? I was expecting something more random. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie. I was expecting something stranger. I don't know why. I feel. I shut the whole bag of jelly beans up.
No, don't do that, because you'll actually kill it.
No!
Interesting
So-
grouping we've got going on here.
Huh?
Interesting grouping we've got going on here. Let's go here. A piece of my physical attack.
I'm now genuinely curious as to what you were thinking that I was going to say.
No.
Because let's be honest, it was going to be food related.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was expecting something more unusual. I must admit.
Why is the roller so far away from me? Come
And
back.
the two things that I was going to say is, do you like berries? Do you like berries? Or does pineapple belong on pizza? Anyway. I mean, I could always just go with the ye old pineapple is eating you from the inside out.
Oh, I fucking love that fun fact. Okay, so I have all of your initiative scores from prior. Luna, can you roll me a percentile dice and tell me if you get above 50?
Wee. Ha! No.
Okay, I am going to reduce your initiative score down by 1 because there is a clash in the order.
Alright.
So,
Wait. Oh no. Is that Val first?
round 1. Everybody please make me non-magical charisma saves.
Not right at the start.
Except for me
Except
or...
for Luna. Luna is the only, and I repeat, only person who is not affected by this, as every other
By this.
member of the party is in some way, shape, or form attracted to men.
Imagine being attracted.
What if it just wasn't my type? Can I make that assertion?
No.
And just...
Unfortunately,
Yes.
because of the powers that each of the seduction gods has, even if they are not visible, like visually your type, it will still trigger the brain chemistry for arousal.
They can become my type.
They can become your type, yes. So,
Non-magical charisma.
Save this, but I can't save this without setting up in any way.
Mm.
I've got terrible saves.
I mean, I feel like I only have plus 19. Can I actually make it?
you will have to find out.
Oh, okay.
The answer is probably not.
I want to be dramatic.
Please bear with me, because I have to roll for 2 additional party members, so I have not done it yet.
Oh my god, imagine if this just becomes a Luna versus Valphone fight.
I mean,
If you guys start attacking me, I'm gonna be so upset.
Oh no,
You'll have to retaliate and you'll just keep deleting it one by one. Because I can't take 18,000 damage.
because
That was a very, very specific scenario in which I had both Runic and Monk.
Yeah, but you average about 2,000, don't you?
Yeah.
That's my entire health bar.
Oh, okay.
that's more than double my entire health bar.
That's how it's
I know it is.
My entire health bar is like 900-ish.
I average more. Where actually? I'm gonna scroll up
fun
and see if
fact.
there's.
Anyway. Between Alec and Luna, there is 1 HP difference, and I do believe that comes out with Luna on top by 1 hit point.
Oh, it is me.
It is.
Oh my
893.
Also, it's
893 versus 892.
But I said I was using Canadian.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You have your ether. Penton, what did you roll in your non-magical charisma save? Huh?
6th grade.
I'm so fucked.
Howdy.
It'll be okay, Alec. It'll be okay.
63.
You'll be overcome by the horny.
Honestly.
Alec.
29.
Oh dear.
I have plus
Oh.
19. That's my.
Right.
It'll be okay, Alec. It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. It'll be all okay. Don't worry.
Why are you comforting me?
It'll be okay.
So, of the party, Alexander, Xanis, and Aurolus, you all feel a little bit warm.
I succeeded?
Your chests feel a little tingly. Ooh. Is he looking at you? Is he giving you bombastic side-eye?
Oh my god, bro,
Fine.
brother.
You feel a hot flush as you failed the save. Penton. You are first to act with your 132 initiative that you stole off of Letizia.
Nothing to do with it.
But is that, or we can conclude today's session,
We have got 2
as we have 2 minutes remaining.
I can't twin cast with the rollers yet, so I'll think of something else. So yeah, we'll do it next session.
Okay, so we shall conclude session there. You have gotten through the whole dungeon, and are currently at the boss fight. I wish you luck.
Should we
I will
not
see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Beep.
What?